A moment, if you would. Are you two the famous Traveler and Paimon by any chance?
We sure are, and who are you?
My name is Wikas, a member of the Academia Extravaganza Planning Committee.
Yep, and that's exactly why we're here.
Is that so? Looks like our advertising is working. Since you're both interested, would you mind if I gave you a brief explanation of the event? So, the Academia Extravaganza is a grand event run by the Academia with a long and storied history. To be precise, it can be divided into the Wisdom Gala and the Inter Darshan Championship. The gala is held annually. During this time, all 6 Darshans will set up booths throughout the city and host guests to showcase the most fascinating aspects of their school, and thus increase their influence. On the other hand, the championship is held once every 4 years. Each Darshan will send a representative to vie for the position of Grand Champion. This year, the gala is being held alongside the championship, so the mood in the city is, as they say, at an unprecedented fever pitch.
Got it! Cool! Thanks a bunch for the detailed explanation!
You're most welcome. Answering questions regarding the Academia Extravaganza is my job. And I actually do have something I would like to ask the two of you.
Huh? Need our help with something?
Well, let me begin by saying that this year's Academia Extravaganza is of utmost importance to us. Lesser Lord Kusanali and the sages came up with a plan for the Academia to recruit talented people from the desert starting next year. As such, we've invited a great number of desert dwellers to take part in this festival, so they can hopefully experience the Academia's atmosphere ahead of time. I've heard that the two of you are famous across both the rainforest and desert.
Exactly! Or do you mean you want us to join a Darshan? But then we would have to deal with exams and essays and stuff like that.
No need to worry. The championship participants have already been selected. I mean to invite the two of you as guest commentators. Your job will be to observe and record every part of the competition. There's no pressure. Just follow each match and enjoy the festival. Aside from that, we'll also prepare some compensation for your efforts. We won't have you working for free.
That kinda sounds like a sweet deal. What do you think?
You can head over to the festival venue later. An organizer there will introduce each participant. Some of them even might be people you recognize. I'll leave it at that for now. So, how about it?
Wow, having fun while getting paid? This sounds awesome!
The main event venue is at the outskirts of the Citadel of Regzar, and the organizer you're looking for is Karina. Tell her the situation and she'll get you set up. The championship is going to begin soon. I wish you a good experience serving as commentators. If you have any doubts, come find me anytime.
Alrighty, off we go!
Welcome, one and all, to the Academia Extravaganza! Now then, allow me to reveal the prizes for this iteration of the Inter Darshan Championship. Fabulous monetary rewards, research funds, a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card, and the right to wear the Diadem of Knowledge. I believe that I need not elaborate as to how this is a symbol of great honor.
She should be Karina, right? Looks like she's in the middle of something. Let's wait till she...
The Diadem of Knowledge. What a perfect work of art.
Every time I see it, I feel like I'm losing myself in its beauty. The one who proves fit to wear it must be a rare genius indeed.
I believe that most of you have already seen the Diadem of Knowledge or have heard tales about it. 20 years ago, a researcher named Sachin bought it for a large sum of mora before donating it to the academia. The generous championship prizes are also sourced from his sponsorship. Before we begin, allow me to express our gratitude to this researcher, who cannot be with us right now.
Things can only get worse. Things can only go from bad to worse. Human nature begets conflict, and conflict begets ruin. From the beginning, the seeds of wickedness have been.
Hey, stop spacing out! Paimon called out to you, but you didn't respond. You okay? Did you stay up late without telling Paimon?
All right. I'm sure we're all more than ready for the championship to begin. Now then, let's invite our 6 Darshan representatives to the stage. Our contestants are... Representing Amorta, Tainari! Representing Spontamod, Sino! Representing Ratawahist, Layla! Representing Haravatat, Farazan! Representing Kasharawar, Kabe! And for Vahumana... Huh? Is Vahumana's representative not here yet?
These introductions are pointless. Let's just get this over with.
Wait a sec. Why is he Vahumana's representative?
Finally, our final contestant is Vahumana's representative, Hat Guy!
Oh, so that's Hat Guy. I think I've seen him before.
You know who he is?
I've heard that he's a researcher from a different country who nominally belongs to Vahumana. Word is that he's written a lot of political analyses. His manner of speech hasn't made him popular amongst most other Vahumana researchers, but his comings and goings are quite irregular, so he doesn't interact with others much.
Aside from his more controversial aspects, his perspectives are considered quite incisive. Vahumana has seen a dearth of new talent lately, and some of its existing ones are not currently at the academia, so I suspect he might have been their only option.
It's just kinda weird. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy who'd
Now that we have our 6 contestants, the championship will soon begin. Who will triumph this time around? Hold on to your hats, because we're all on this ride together.
Huh. We really do know a lot of the contestants. Oh, right. We're guest commentators, aren't we? So figuring out everyone's reasons for participating is in our job description. Let's go ask them when we go say hi. Especially him.
We meet again, you two.
Hey, Tainari. We came here to check out this extravaganza event, and then they invited us to be guest commentators.
Is that so? I heard that there would be guest commentators recording the proceedings with cameras, but I didn't expect they'd be you two.
It's a pleasant surprise that you're visiting Sumeru again while I'm still on leave. When everything comes together perfectly like this, because it's always rice to meet stew again.
So, Tainari, you're representing Amurta, but haven't you both already graduated?
I had wondered the same thing. When I was told the news, I was actually more shocked than you are. I later found out that anyone who has been a part of a particular Darshan has the right to participate. Graduation status has no effect.
So that's the rule, huh?
There are some restrictions, though. For example, sages cannot participate. Any given person can only participate in one instance of the championship, and so on.
That's right. Also, there are two methods by which the Darshan representatives are chosen. One is
You must have been a case of the latter, Tainari.
I heard that quite a few of your juniors petitioned for your candidacy.
Sometimes I wish I could clap a few of them over the head and tell them to spend that time on studying instead. Well, you can, but after some consideration, I realize this could be a good opportunity. Next month, we're having a public lecture on ecology at Gandharvaville. If I participate in this event, I might be able to utilize its popularity. I'm not that concerned about becoming the champion, unlike someone here.
Yes, I'm using the last of my leave for this. When I heard that a limited edition Genius Invocation TCG, this year's card is a rare one indeed. It would be a shame if...
Wait, is it some kind of super powerful card?
No, it's a very common one. But it has a holo...
So...
It's very cool.
Paimon meant...
That is reason enough. I shall do my all to emerge victorious.
As someone who doesn't play cards much, I can't quite relate. But it isn't surprising that...
Fair enough. Alright, let's go find someone... Kaveh! Faruzan! Layla!
Huh? Oh, it's you. Why are you here?
We're here as specially invited guest commentators. Our job is to record what happens during the
Is that so? In that case, I'll have to trouble you to catch the moment of my triumph on camera. Remember to shoot from behind at a lower angle. You know, to capture a seniors class.
Don't get ahead of yourself now. Victory will obviously be mine.
You're far too young to even consider challenging me. Kasha...
Actually, I was going to ask...
Huh? You don't remember? I sometimes see you in the library at night. You even waved at me.
What? I don't remember.
Huh. How strange. However, this is not the time for curiosity. I am Faruzan, a household name in Haravatat. You are Layla from Murtawahist, I presume?
Yes.
Good. Then we are officially introduced. See? Simple as that. I like respectful ones, by the way. Would you like to join my research group?
Madam Faruzan, I'm quite sure this counts as poaching. Let's dial things...
I know, but it's been tough getting people these days, and research funding has been hard to secure. But once I win this tournament, it'll be a different story.
So you're just here to increase the amount of funding you're getting?
Well, not just that. What, are you curious about my reasons for participating? Well, I suppose that's to be expected. You are our guest. There's been an influx of newly enrolled students, and they'll be paying close attention to this competition. If I do win. Moreover, research resources will be made available to the victor, so that will nix my funding issues. Therefore, my two juniors, I do apologize, but I fully intend to emerge triumphant.
I'll do my best as well. At least I don't plan to lose too badly. So, why are you here, Layla? I don't know why, but a lot of people recommended me. That sounds like what happened to Tainari. Him too? Oh, I'm really nervous. I've been so worried.
Stress not, young one. We must all experience failure to grow.
But Madame Faruzan, I don't want to
Seriously? Everyone has such nice reasons for joining. Must I say?
Yes, you do!
Well, you know, right?
Oh, that's right. You want to move out of...
What? I'll hate them? What about him?
Oh, right. Sorry, Paimon has no... So, you want to use the grand prize to buy a place?
Correct. Also, my father took part in the Inter-Darshan. Once I do, the right to wear that diadem will be mine. In a way...
That's not a bad reason at all. You have ambition, youngster. Although your chances with me here aren't great, I believe your father would be most proud if the diadem of knowledge...
Not that he'll have the chance to celebrate. My father passed away.
For you to have experienced such a thing, that must...
It's all in the past now, and life goes on, doesn't it? Let's change topics. I don't want to bring the mood down.
All right. Earlier, you said that you want to use the prize Mora to purchase a home. Where do you live now? Do you live alone? I also heard you mention I'll hate them just a moment ago. Isn't he also from her...
No, of course not! Why would you think that?
Paimon's definitely not involved either! What?
Just call me Hat Guy. That's the name I use in Vahumana.
That sounds like a nickname, not a real name.
So I can't go by a simple, ordinary...
Fine, suit yourself. Alright then, Hat Guy, why are you taking part in the We're specially invited guest commentators, so play nice and answer our questions.
You could be Matra for all I care. So what if I don't answer you? What? I'll tell you this much. I have an agreement with someone not to reveal...
You're not plotting some...
Well, it's hard to say. Why don't you take a...
Ugh, Paimon's had it with you. Fine, be that way. Then we won't ask you why you're participating.
You two sure like to poke your noses where they don't belong. If I don't say anything, are you going to annoy me to death? I heard that the Vahumana researcher named Akaba was researching the Tatarasuna incident. Later, when I was bored, I wrote some commentary on societal issues in Inazuma. I didn't expect Vahumana to consider me as one of them. From start to finish, it was just the wishful thinking of idiots. A misunderstanding. But when Lesser Lord Kusanali heard about this, she went out of her way to get me registered in Vahum. Enough chit-chat. You're better off wasting your time. Someone's about to get very unlucky.
How is anyone supposed to relax with you? We've got to stay alert and keep a close eye. Looks like Karina's got a moment now. Let's go chat with her.
You must be the guest commentators Vikas invited. I've heard about you. I saw you two having quite the lively conversation, so I thought it would be best to wait. Are you two free right now?
We were actually looking for you, too!
Excellent! Then please allow me to explain your job responsibilities in detail. First, please take these two things. The first item is a custom camera from the Academia. Please use it to... The second is an event-specific locator that will flag all participants' locations. It will also sound when one of them complete...
Wow! What a convenient...
Aside from you two, there are two other commentators. However, they will remain by the commentators area and will not be following the contestants in real time. Speaking of which, you probably know them. Alhaitham and Nilu.
Oh, it's them! We have to go over and say hi later.
Well, don't let me keep you, unless you have any questions for me. Why do you ask? Really? I didn't see any such person. Could I... Strange. I was on stage the entire time, and I didn't see anyone.
Paimon didn't see anyone either.
Perhaps you're mistaken. However, if you have any leads on that matter...
Hey, Traveler. Paimon. Long time no see.
Dia! Candace! You two are here as well!
Ah, so they're two friends of yours. In that case, I'll take my...
The Academia sent us both invitations, so Dia suggested the villagers were also encouraging me to travel outside the village.
We're here now, so no point dwelling on that. Even though this extravaganza isn't a holiday, merchants from all over will set up shop. There'll be tons of stuff to eat, use, and wear. I'm already set on helping you buy 2 new outfits. I mean, who wears the same thing at work and home anyway?
I'm looking forward to it. Just being able to relax and walk.
So, Traveler, Paimon.
We'd love to, but...
Aw, that's a shame. Let's hang out together when...
Sure!
In that case, Candace and I'll head out first. Good clothing and fabrics are very much in...
No need to rush. I think we'll have a better time if we take the... See you two later. Feel free to come
Paimon didn't think that Candace and Dia would come. Hanging out with them sounds like a great time. Still, let's...
I will now announce the rules for the first round of the competition. Please listen carefully. During the opening ceremony, Academia staff released several cages of butterflies, and many of them are now fluttering within Sumeru City. Amongst these butterflies, 3 of them will be special swift flies. They have a different appearance and also fly a little faster. Your objective this round is to find a swift fly and bring it to me. 3 points will be awarded to the first participant to return, 2 to the second, and 1 point to the third. That is all for the first round. Should you require clarification on anything, please ask any of...
Oh, Hathem's all business all the time, huh? That said, how did he get picked to be a commentator?
Finding 3 specific butterflies in a place is
If these swift flies behave anything like regular butterfly...
I'm off. It will take some time to search every corner of Sumeru City.
Huh? You're going just like that?
A champion walks the road to victory.
My dear Kasharawar Jr., I have a plan.
Cooperation?
Looks like everyone's got their own plans for this toughie. We're supposed to go on stage next, right? Huh? Wait a minute. Look, he seems to be observing the other contestants just like we are. We were right not to let our guard down.
Do you remember those things we made previously?
Huh? You mean...
It's time for them to shine.
It looks like Faruzan and Kaveh have some secret plan.
Oh, hello there. Madame Faruzan and I are discussing...
Shh! Hush now. The walls have ears around here. We should keep it a secret for now. Come now, let's go. Before the others act.
All right, there's no time to lose. We're off to make our preparations.
This is basically what I'll need. Do you think you'll have any difficulty?
I have most of the reagents with me, and I can buy the rest.
Kale, you're here too! Kainari, you have a master plan.
My hypothesis is that the swift fly's morphological variations won't significant... Of course, I could be wrong. Every mutation opens the door to new possibilities, especially when they are details will have to wait until after the post-experimental analysis. For now, Kale and I are...
Okay, see ya! Hey, Layla!
Yeah, I have no idea what I should do. What color are these swift flies? Oh, I can't even figure out these basic questions and...
Aren't people who research the stars supposed to have some extraordinary abilities? Why not use astrology to solve?
Oh, you're another contestant.
Is it that you can't use astrology during the day? Guess that skill's less useful than I thought.
No, it's not like that. If it's daytime, all I need is an astrolabe.
So, why don't you do that then?
Mona Magistus, the astrologist, said that those who constantly use astrology to obtain things that shouldn't be theirs will eventually lose the blessing from the star. It's just something I read in an academic publication.
You're overthinking it. Power is just a tool. It just seems to me that you don't have the resolve to win this. Well, suit yourself.
Hey! Seriously? Just...
Did I say something wrong just now? Thank you so much. I've made up my mind not to you. To be honest, I've always been pretty good at observation, and if I'm fortunate, I might be able to find...
Lord Sino seems to have found a swift fly. Come on, let's go check it out.
Really? Where?
The butterfly flew up high, and he's chasing it now.
Oh, no time to lose. Let's go.
As expected of Sino. Actually, shouldn't you two go have a... I'll head into the city shortly to start my...
Alright, in that case, let's go see Sino...
Time to go.
Stay put. Don't move.
He caught it! Huh? Sino?
This isn't what I'm looking for.
Finally, I made it. I heard that you caught a swiftfly, Sino. Hold on. Isn't this the mechanical bait that I released earlier? Why would you catch that instead of a swiftfly?
Wait a minute. If we consider this from a different angle, isn't it a good thing that the bait you made was convincing enough to fool even Sino?
That's right. During a previous interior design project, I felt that the artificial flowers on a wall were a little bland. In order to make them both small and nimble, I consulted with Madame Faruzan. Not long ago, the two of us took all those mechanical butterflies and released them into the city.
Why would you do that?
Need you even ask? Young people these days really do need to get out more. Have you never played that game where you place strips of paper on a bamboo pole and wave it across a field of flowers to attract a whole kaleidoscope of butterflies?
No, I haven't. Wait, so you're trying to...
That's right. The butterflies within the city will mistake our mechanical bait for one of their own and follow them around. As long as we keep releasing and retrieving our bait, we can capture all the butterflies within the city.
Huh. Guess that's...
Do not underestimate the wisdom of your elders. I had already thought. Of course, we also owe much to this fine junior of mine here for making such lifelike butterflies. It seems that Kasharawar...
Well, I just stuck to what I do best. The idea was yours.
No need to be so polite. Once we capture all these butterflies... look! One of them is returning now. Huh? Wait a moment. Are my eyes deceiving me?
That's because there are none. Seems like your plan has hit a snag.
Looks like the match continues. I'll be looking up...
Huh. Strange. Come, let's search in the direction the bait returned from.
We'll go have a look too.
So it was the more...
Kainari!
Fascinating, isn't it? The butterflies have all congregated here due to a special incense that I used. I infused it with 3 different types of honey, and the butterflies, following the
Butterflies must have really Wait, do they even have noses?
They do not, in fact, and their vision isn't stellar either. However, they can use their antennae to distinguish between scents, and their olfactory senses are generally quite advanced.
Oh, so that's how it is. I had a pet butterfly once.
That's normal. Raising butterflies isn't difficult, but there are many things you should take note of. Appropriate temperature, sufficient air, and a spacious environment are examples of such considerations. You must also ensure that the food you've chosen. Most importantly, you must curb your curiosity and avoid disturbing them while...
Sorry. I liked to poke at its wings at...
Humans tend to rear many creatures due to their aesthetic value, but not all are suited to such a process. Caring for living beings is hard work. Impulse alone is insufficient. Some prerequisite knowledge is always required.
You sure do know a lot.
I have a question too. I bought a scarab not long ago and it hasn't seemed very active. Can you help me figure out why?
I'd like to keep a dustbird as a pet. What are some key points I should...
Is it possible to keep a Richbulin tiger as a pet?
Alright, it seems like you all have a great deal, but I am in the middle of the Inter Darshan Championship at the moment. Let me propose an alternative. Next month, there will be a biology lecture at Gendarvaville, and I will be sharing some interesting... If you're interested, you can attend that lecture, and if you should have any questions, just prepare them ahead of time.
All right, I'll be there.
Of course, please try to ask more rational questions. For example, whether you can raise a Rishpalin tiger as a pet or not is mainly dependent on...
Looks like Tainari's science lecture will draw quite a crowd.
Huh? Oh. What's that? Seems Kale's master does live up to his title as a teacher.
Madame Faruzan, I've had a look around. Nearly all the butterflies in this area have been attracted. However, we can cast our bait further away to avoid this area.
All right, then let's get moving. We shan't let all the butterflies get away from us if we can help it.
Seems like the competition's really heating up. Let's go see how the other contestants...
Follow the wind.
Layla, how are things going on your end?
I've been searching for quite a while. Instead, I ended up catching a few mechanical...
Looks like Faruzan and Kabe's devices are everywhere now.
I'll keep up the search. That said, I've noticed that a number of butterflies in this, probably because the other contestants are coming up with their own...
What's this?
Oh, what a coincidence. I guess please wait.
Oh, it's so fast! Paimon thought all Hatham said they were only a little faster.
No, come back.
Come on, Traveler, let's go too. The locator's going off. Looks like someone's already caught themselves a swiftfly.
Why isn't it working? I don't get it.
The locator's going off again. So, someone else finished too? That would mean that the one Layla's chasing is the last swiftfly.
Oh, it just occurred to me that we should also get you a makeup box.
No, it's fine.
Maybe you won't, but it doesn't hurt to have one, right? Come on, just trust me on this one. Huh? Who are you, and what do you want?
Please, don't move.
Don't move? Who sent you?
Dear.
Don't worry, I can handle this. Now, tell me, what do you want?
I believe she's looking for this.
A butterfly? Was it on my head?
Oh, you're...
It's been a while, Layla.
A friend of yours? Oh, so she must be the one you were telling me.
Huh? You two know each...
Oh yeah, it has been some time. The first time I ever woke up after sleepwalking...
That's right. She didn't look well, so I gave her something to eat. She's... Right. Do you still want this butterfly? It seems like you were chasing it all the way here. It's of little use to me, but if you don't want it...
Just let her have it. It's no big deal.
The swiftfly was flying so fast, but you were able to catch it like it was...
Oh, it didn't seem that quick, really. I was actually worried that I would injure it. But I'm glad that didn't happen.
Anyway, sorry about the butterfly thing. With the way you suddenly came running over like that, I thought you were hired to take us out or something. Huh. On second thought, I guess I've never seen an assassin that looks tired with dark bags around their eyes. Oh, you must be taking part in the champ...
I'll do what I can.
We'll be on our way then. See you later.
Alrighty, let's bring the Swiftfly back together with Layla.
It seems we have a third contestant who has returned with a With that, the first round has come to an end. I anticipate that all of you will keep up the
Your closing statement sounded so...
Well, you could certainly stand to try being more decisive, Nilu. It would help you live more free.
Hang on a second. Who were the first two contestants?
Tighnari was first, and as for the second, it's being discussed right now.
Hey, Alhaitham, I think I've come up with a good idea. Second place gets 2 points, right? Can't Madame Faruzan and I split the points between us?
Quite the imagination you have there. I've read the championship handbook from cover to cover.
Then we can just add a rule.
Do you really think I'd do that?
Come on, you're not going to stand in the way of my victory, are you?
Well, you're free to send the organizing committee an application outlining your naive proposal. They'll get back to you within 3 working days.
3 working days? It'll be too late by then.
Unfortunately for you, even dreaming is gonna cost you.
Paimon gets it now. Kaveh and Faruzan found the second Swiftfly together, but the...
Oh well, the rules are the rules. Since you call me madam and politely ask for my help, so I'll put the points under Kaveh's name then?
No. If I take these points, won't that only detract from your contribution? You might be alright with that, but I cannot do it.
I don't have any problem with it. There are 2 more rounds after all. Losing one isn't a major. But if you insist, I have another method. We can draw lots to see who will
Lots, huh?
What? Is there something wrong with
No. Well, let's do it.
Alright. I'll get the paper needed for the lots. Give me...
Oh, seriously?
I'm sorry, but it appears that luck was on...
No, you do deserve it. I'm just lamenting my bad luck. Perhaps that's why...
Indeed. It's rare to see anyone with such terrible luck be so willing to decide victory via luck.
And what would you know about that? I just...
We can save bickering for later. Record the points under Faruzan, and that'll finally... The second round will be held in the desert. We'll be moving our commentator stand over to Aru Village. Let's meet up in Aru Village once everything is ready. I'll announce the details of the second round then. Till then, you have some free time. I'm off the clock at this point, so it's farewell for now.
Wait, Alhaitham! You...
Don't be upset, Kaveh. Sighing can carry away your good luck, you know.
Oh, so that's how it works. In that case, I'll take in some deep breaths. Maybe that'll help me. It's really no big deal. I'll win the next round, you'll see.
Looks like you've managed to pick yourself back up, young man. Good. I must warn you, though, that I'm quite familiar with the desert. You'll have to try your best if...
I'm no stranger to the desert either. I'll be fine. Alright then, that's enough chit-chat for now. I'm going to...
So the current standings are Tighnari in first place, Guess we should also take a nice break before the next round starts. But where should we...
Why, you two look a little lost. If you're not sure where to start enjoying the Academia Extravaganza, then may I suggest that you have a chat with...
Your boss? Who's that? Do we know them?
Well, only the most famous merchant in all of Sumeru, Lord Sangamo Bay.
Oh, you mean Dory!
Precisely. Our boss sent me to inform you two that she'll be waiting...
Oh, well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon.
Hey, Dory, are you here to attend the Academia Extravaganza too?
Of course! People are practically flocking to Sumeru City. You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to do business. This is one of the entrances into the city, and it's very close to the Wisdom Gala booths. There'll be an endless stream of customers. I can already hear the Mora going clink, clink, clink as they fill my coin pouch. Well, is there anything you'd like to purchase? We've got everything you need and deals that can't be beat.
Well, do you have any...
Oh, wait, we're celebrating the extravaganza and you're only thinking of eating... I mean, of course, we've got lots of things to eat. That said, the Wisdom Gala is about to begin, and once it starts, each of the Darshans will prepare us. And just between us, I have some super booster supplements for sale.
No thanks, we'll pass. These little challenges are gonna be a cinch for the two of us. Just you watch. Anyway, Paimon just wants something to eat, please. If you don't have any food...
All right. Mora is Mora, after all.
Well, Paimon's pretty hungry right now.
Let me see.
This is a huge job, isn't it?
If this works out, we'll be set.
Here you go. 2 servings of touching. See? I told you there's nothing Lord Sangama can't for...
Yay! Huh? What are you looking at? Oh? Who? Someone we know?
Was it someone suspicious? Have we attracted some...
Huh? What's happening, Dory?
I don't know who you saw just now, but I do have some hard-to-come-by information about the extravaganza, if you want to know.
Is it me, or are the bags under your eyes even darker than during the last round? Are you alright?
Thanks for the concern, Kaveh. Even though I try to fall asleep, I can't get the championship out of my...
I know the feeling. That happens to me too when I'm agonizing over my...
Do you have any tips for dealing?
To be honest with you, no. You could say there are many things that don't have a quick fix and can only be endured. I suppose you can think of it as something akin to an illness. Sometimes there's no effective cure, so you just have to let things run their course. I don't know what's stressing you out, but I can feel all the anxiety and pressure coming from you. The next round's about to start, so chin up and do your best.
Oh, okay. You do your best too.
Looks like everyone's here. I will now explain the second round to you all. There are 3 leyline disruptors buried in the area around Aru Village. These devices can imitate the effects of leyline disruption and will constantly interfere with the environment. Your goal is to shut them down. The first 3 who manage to finish this task will be awarded 4, 3, and 2 points accordingly. Note that each person may only bring a set amount of food and water with them, and that leaving the designated competition zone will result in
Well, what do you think? Want to team up again? I shall consider letting you have the points on account of what happened in the previous round.
That's alright. I've been here many times, and in any case, machines are one of my specialties. I doubt this will be particularly difficult.
It's good to see such confidence in a youngster like yourself. I also happen to be well acquainted with this place. Let's see who will find these. But aside from us, you should remember that there's a favorite for champion. We must be careful.
A favorite to win? Who is it?
Shh, not so loud. I mean that boy Tainari. He took first place in the previous round, and if he does so again this time, we may as well declare this competition over. I heard that you solved the Avidya Forest's leyline effluence problem with him not long ago. Since this round involves resolving a machine-simulated leyline disruption, It should be a simple matter for him.
That's true. It does look like his odds of winning are pretty high.
He already has Kale, who is an excellent pupil. If he were to win this round as well, then wouldn't we just be letting him have all the fun? As his senior, it's my solemn duty to prevent such an inequitable arrangement from happening.
I'll get going as well. See you later.
How are you feeling?
I think I'm okay, but I'll take things slowly for now.
Is this all the water we're getting?
Sorry, that's what the rules say. While this round seems to be about how quickly you can shut down the devices, it's also testing your ability to survive in tough conditions.
So we'll either need to find the devices as quickly as possible, or we'll have to save our energy and wait for an opportunity. Okay.
You're welcome. Please take care of yourself.
Well, there goes everybody. So, who should we visit this time? Oh, right! Didn't Faruzan say that Tainari's the favorite? Hey, Tainari? Tainari! Huh? Weird. The locator says that he should be Tainari! Can you hear us? You're right! Huh? Oh no, it looks like he's fainted! Tainari, are you okay? Oh, so you passed out because of the heat! Are you not used to getting around in the desert?
That's right. I usually bring lots of water when I go to the desert. I went through all my water very quickly, and with the effects of the disturbed ley lines, I started feeling dizzy. My ancestors, the Valuka Shuna, were originally from the desert. But I guess this is what happens when a...
This isn't the time for a history lesson. Let's get you some water.
Humans. Such fragile beings. Your bodies can't even survive extreme change. Here, take this. Let him drink it.
Are you serious? This had better be just normal water. Hey! Paimon really doesn't get that guy. What's he up to? Yeah.
I'm feeling a little better now. Thanks, you two.
Oh, it wasn't just the two of us. Just now.
Found you at last.
Sino, you're here too.
I was concerned, so I came back to check on you. Will you be able to go on?
The fur on my tail is so dry, it's practically been singed right off. I don't see any purpose in pushing myself. It appears I'm not suited to this particular round. I should probably just return to Aru Village and rest.
Really? So you're backing out?
Yes. I do have my results in the first round to serve as a buffer, so even if I forfeit this round, I still... Withdrawing now will allow me to conserve my energy. Continuing to push onward would be counterproductive.
A wise decision. Let's get you back to Aru Village.
It's fine.
Oh, stop trying to be so polite. Come. now, Tainari. Do you want to rest some more?
There's some shade here, so we can stop for a while.
Alright, let's do that.
Oh, Sino and Tainari. And you've got the truck.
Oh, hey, Layla!
Yeah, the sun was too strong, so What about you? Are you all done up?
Unfortunately not. I'm not quite as capable as I thought.
Withdraw? Can you even...
I believe the rules do provide for such a situation. Al-Haytham did say that the act of leaving the competition grounds would result...
Didn't I ask you if you were alright before this? If you had just decided to withdraw then, you wouldn't have had to suffer.
Well, I had to try, didn't I? So I tried, and it didn't work out. When I get back, I'm definitely going to make a batch of sun-resistant oil. Next time I venture into the desert, I'll be prepared. By the way, you're Layla, aren't you? You don't look very well yourself.
I did feel a little faint when I first entered the desert.
Be careful not to push yourself, Jewel.
Don't worry. I'm just...
Feeling the pressure?
Uh-huh.
Your expression is similar to the ones I see on criminals' faces.
To tell you the truth, I'm still not sure whether I have what it... Most people voted for me because of all the rumors surrounding me. And to be honest, even the people who usually criticize me voted for me this time. So I feel like I have to live...
So their expectations are putting pressure on you.
Yes. Actually, I heard that you were voted in as well, Tainari. How do you deal with it?
To be completely honest, I don't really feel any pressure. Firstly, those who expect things from you do not necessarily do so for benign reasons. On the other hand, those who do consider your field. Next, we are researchers. Our primary duty is to interact with knowledge, not to meet others' expectations. As for me, I took part in this competition to advertise for an academic lecture at Gandharvaville next month. I'll obviously try my best during the competition, but I won't let any additional pressure get to me. I think you can also try to find a clearly defined goal. That may help you.
I understand.
I'm absolutely parched after talking so much.
I've still got some water with me.
No, I'll be alright. We aren't far from Aru village, so I can go the rest of the way myself.
Yes. Alright then.
Hey, don't talk like that. I'm not dead, Sino. Everyone, I'll be heading back now.
I'll continue searching for the ley line to...
Are you feeling better now, Layla?
Yeah, I feel like some of the weight has been taken off my shoulders. It's been a long time since I first left my hometown to come to the academia. And every day here has been so all sorts of complex astrological models, countless quizzes, and essays that took all my brain power to barely finish. When I was chosen as my Darshan's representative, it felt like another boulder was added to the ones already. Yeah, I think that's what Tainari was trying to tell me. You're our good friends, which is why you didn't stop him from dropping out of this round, and why you don't feel disappointed in me.
That's right! No need to feel so down!
That said, he did also say that he hopes I could have more concrete goals for taking part in this competition. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You still have to record the other contestants' progress, don't you?
True. We should go look for the others. Now, who's left?
You could go see how Madame Faruzan's doing. I've heard that she's quite...
Okay, let's go look for... Faruzan. Have you made any progress?
Ah, you're just in time. I'm about to start digging right here.
Oh, you found the ley line disruptor?
Such a simple problem could never confound me. Not long after entering the desert, I discovered a primal construct that was acting abnormally, so I followed it all the way here. Once I got near here, it suddenly disappeared. Something unusual must be happening around.
You're a true expert, Madame Faruzan. You knew what to do right away.
Well, I do happen to have more experience than most. But that aside, has anyone completed this challenge yet?
Nope, not yet.
Well then, I suppose I'll be the first. Oh?
He's not used to being out and about.
Huh. I didn't think he would have such a weakness. I suppose he could use a bit more training. What about the others? Is that Rotawahist girl still a bundle of nerves?
Tainari gave Layla some advice, and she seems to be doing a lot better now. Sino just started his search for the disruptors, and
And what about Kaveh? Has he found a ley line disruptor?
Paimon doesn't think so, or our locators would have...
Strange. What's he lollygagging for? With his skills, you should have heard... Well, I'm afraid the most thrilling moments are already done here.
Come on, stop following me! I already gave you all the food I had on me! You can cry all you want, I don't have any more food. All I have left is a half bottle of water, and I can't possibly get... Without water, traveling in the desert will be incredibly difficult. And I still need to find... Merak, can you help me out here? Keep them away.
Kaveh, there you are! Faruzan told us to come see how you're doing. What?
Just thinking about it makes me upset. Not long after I entered the desert, I was accosted by these fellows. I don't know why, but they didn't leave the competition grounds. And now the ley line disruptions have left them confused and circling around the area. The moment they saw me, they wouldn't leave me alone. They even cheated me out of my limited food supply. Hey, didn't I ask you to keep them away?
Kaveh, is this flying metal thingy yours?
That's right. This is my toolbox, Merak.
Your toolbox? Huh. It seems pretty fancy.
Sometimes I need to carry things when I go out, so it's handy to have a portable tool.
Well, this definitely doesn't look like an ordinary toolbox, that's for sure.
It's a long story. When I was working in the desert, I ran into a merchant group who had a machine core they excavated from some tomb. It was clearly from King Deshret's civilization. His technology still isn't fully understood. Our current theories cannot explain such mysteries. Upon seeing such a rare, complete specimen before me, I forked over all... Some time back, I wanted to make an automated case that could store my offloaded items. With that core, I created Merak. It can't understand commands that are too complex, but it can serve as my assistant. Most importantly, it can't talk, so it can't give me any Oh, yes. Thanks for helping hide the fact that I live at Al-Haytham's place earlier.
Sorry.
I hope this season of my life ends soon, so I can... Things just started going downhill at some point. Maybe it all started when my mom remarried and left for Fontaine. Or maybe it all started when I spoke to Or maybe it's because constructing the Palace of Alcazarzaray burned through my funds. I'm still paying off the debt from that one. Now that I think about it, I guess we're all unlucky here. It's not like any of you asked to be trapped in the ley line disruption. Okay, let me get you all out.
Kaveh, aren't you going to look for the ley line disruptor?
Yes, but I can't just leave them here, can I? Oh, forget it. The more I think about this, the more I feel a headache coming on. I'll get back to searching once I get them out of here. Time's a-wasting. I'm off.
Kage looks like he's conflicted. He really wants to win, but he can't ignore those he wants to help. Paimon's always felt like he's the type who easily gets himself into tough spots. Paimon doesn't mean this in an insulting way, but he seems like the kind of guy who'd be really easy to take advantage of. Whoa, someone's done already! Paimon also wants to know. Let's go back.
Verification complete! Congratulations on being this round's first...
Ooh, so Sino is the quickest!
I am from Spontamod, after all. We know a lot about ley lines, so finding a disruptor was never going to be part...
Since the Traveler and Paimon also happen to be here, do you have anything you want to say?
Anything I want to say? My friend couldn't continue. The bonds of yesterday will forge the road to tomorrow. That's a line from King of Invocations, one of my favorite works.
It might be a good thing that Tainari isn't here, or else he'd give Sino a good smack right about now.
Oh wow, it's already so late. Everyone's probably running low on food and water. It'll only get harder from here on out.
Something similar happened in King of Invocations. What a classic.
Any thoughts on that, Alhaitham?
I have no thoughts regarding King of Invocations.
Nilo obviously wasn't asking about that.
Deserts are much more dangerous at night, so this competition should be nearing its end. At the moment, only Farazan, Layla...
I wonder who the next person to find a disruptor will be.
Wait, only 3 people are left? Tainari forfeited, and Sino's already...
He also forfeited not long ago.
Ugh, Paimon can't understand what he's thinking at all, but like Alhaitham said, this round's almost over.
Hello again. You know, it suddenly occurred to me that you... Really? Wow. I don't know where you get your strength from. The desert's getting colder now that night's falling, and the wind can really sting your face because of all the sand in it. Has anyone finished this round?
Sino's already shut one down. Have you made any progress yet?
I circled the whole area, but I didn't find anything. But I did have the chance to think some more. Well, my fellow Ratawahist members must have all put my name forward for different reasons. But be that as it may, I believe that a lot of... And I want to live up to their expectations. I don't want them to...
Huh? But doesn't thinking like that...
Of course, that comes with some amount of pressure for sure. But now I've thought about it. That may not sound like a huge difference to you, but it's helped me relax a lot.
Well, that's great!
Also, now that I've relaxed, I'm sort of... I think I'll just... But the competition isn't over yet.
Wait, you're...
Good to see you too. It's nice to be out. Well, since I'm here, I guess I should help her finish this. What are we supposed to be doing? Let me see. Looks like she's basically gathered all the information. Come with me, you two. Do you ever get the feeling that the ley lines have a regular flow? Similar to the way that celestial bodies follow fixed orbits. If we were looking down from on high, I wonder whether we'd find that the ley lines are just the reflections of the stars upon the Earth. Not all astrological phenomena can be directly observed. Some are deductions based on other details that we know. It's the same situation with the ley lines. The parts of them that are hidden underground can be identified via elemental energy, sound, and other phenomena. Plus, now that someone has shut one of the disruptors down, the contrast between before and after can provide me with further information still. Let me see. It should be here, I think. This should be it, right? I'll turn it off. That should...
Nice work!
Again, I didn't do any of the real work. I'm just wrapping up. She'll probably wake up soon. No doubt she'll be a little disoriented at first, but once she's got her big... Will you be staying here for a while? Or...
Oh, time to check our locator. Whoa, it looks like...
Perhaps they're about to find the last disruptor. Also, speaking of Kav...
Huh? Why do you say that?
Before the second round, he had a chat with the other me. He said that worries can be like illnesses. They don't always have a magic cure. Sometimes you just have to endure it, but the way I see it, his situation is much worse than my other selves. Kaveh, meanwhile, knows what he wants to do. He's convinced that he doesn't have a second personality, but somehow he still seems that he's... I don't know exactly how to describe it. It's like he's smiling on the outside, but there's no joy inside. Only, still, who knows? He must be more experienced than me. But back to the topic of wrapping up. Shouldn't you be getting back to the action to record?
Oh, true. Okay then, guess we'll be going now. We'll keep everything... Kaveh and Farazan were super confident at the start. But between the two of them, who's going to get there first? Let's head over quick.
It should be around here.
Finally found it.
Kaveh? Are you...
Oh, Madame Faruzan. And here I thought you would have finished the...
Farazan! Kaveh! Oh, looks like Layla's already done.
I didn't expect that you and I would find a disruptor at the same time.
Tainari and Hakai forfeited, while Sino and Layla are already done. Huh? That's weird. Didn't you start digging really early on?
Yes, I kept digging, but instead of finding a disruptor, I found a ruin. I fell down pretty deep, and it was completely dark in there. It took me quite some time to unlock the various mechanisms and return to the...
That's... actually...
Finishing a week's worth of trials in such a short time. Huh.
What about you? Why are you so late?
I encountered a lot of lost desert foxes along the way, and I brought them to the outskirts of the competition zone. When I came back, I was absolutely parched. When I woke up, it was already night. I used the last of my strength to...
A most curious reason indeed. But are you sure you're all right? You said you were familiar with the desert. But the way you handle problems...
It was problematic, but that had nothing to do with me being a genius. It was my decision. The way I did things wasn't optimal, but I wouldn't have been comfortable not...
Youths these days, each stranger than the next. But back to the main issue at hand. Since we are both very certain that this is where the final leyline disruptor is, let's... Well, this is indeed it. Of that there is no doubt. What is it, youngster? You seem relieved.
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that this round's finally over. There shouldn't be any more innocent creatures getting wrapped up in danger. As for the points, I guess we can draw lots again later. I can't think of anything better.
Alright, in that case, let's all head back to Aru Village.
Looks like the second round is over. I wonder who is faster, Kabe or Madame Farazan? Huh? Where's Madame Farazan?
She went to get water. She'll be back shortly. We basically arrived at the same time, so we'd like to draw lots again.
You get caught up in some things so easily, like drawing.
I'm not caught up in anything! Don't make it sound like I take pleasure in having bad luck!
Really? Then should I say that you have a curious affinity for drawing lots?
I'll go get the box and slips of paper for the lots. Please wait a moment. Oh, here we go again. Let's see how I fare.
I got it! Did you see that? I won!
Congratulations.
Looks like Kabe's luck's taking a turn for the better!
Oh, finally! After all this time!
It looks like you've been rewarded for your tribulations in the desert. This round's points are yours. And with that, our second round is done. Sino, Layla, and Kabe are... As for the current standings, let me see. Sino and Layla both have 4 points, putting them both in first place. The rest in descending order are Tainari, Farazan, Kabe, and Hakai. The next round will be the final one. Please rest up before then, everyone. I heard that some stalls at the Wisdom Gala are debuting new games, so feel free to drop by if you're interested.
Your mind this entire time.
Traveler, Paimon. I finally found you.
Finally?
Don't you feel like there's something off about this year's Academia Extravaganza? When Candace and I were at the cafe earlier, we might have caught sight of some mercs on business. Thing is, they were disguised as tourists here to shop. But no disguise can mask the stench of blood. Just from their suspicious looks, I bet they do dirty work like kidnapping or assassination.
We eavesdropped on them for a while. Their target seems to be someone called Sachin.
Sachin? Isn't that the person who Karina mentioned during... He's apparently the sponsor behind the competition prizes and the diadem of now...
Sounds like a rich person, all right. It makes sense now. The Eremites have been struggling to make ends meet recently. So a lot of groups have been doing private work that involves the rich. In their words, one gig sets you up for half a year. Just one job like this nets them enough mora to take it easy.
The extravaganza has brought many tourists to Sumeru City all at once. So it's like Dia and I wanted to directly capture them, but they were on guard.
I would have tied them up if it wouldn't have caused a scene. Who's legally supposed to take care of this kind of thing? The Matra or the Corps of 30?
If Sino were here, he'd definitely get involved. Why don't we head over to the Academe? Thanks a million, you two.
Not at all. It was coincidence on our...
Yeah, don't sweat it. The Eremite's reputation is going to get even worse if these... But this is Sumeru City. Candace and I don't have as much freedom to act here. so we're leaving.
Should you require our aid, come find us.
Paimon's noticed that something's bugging you. Is it the wait, thinking like this isn't doing anything. Investigated Siraj with? Arav, wasn't it?
Hello, both. It's been a while. Someone's planning to kidnap Sachin. Goodness. Though I suppose it's not. The growing popularity of the extravaganza has given him quite the reputation boost as its sponsor.
Well, since he's got a target on his back now, shouldn't you send some people to protect?
To tell you the truth, we've thought about doing just that. However, Sachin apparently prefers to spend most of his time out doing field work. Our only lead is something he once said. Each time the Inter-Darshan Championship is held, assuming he remains committed to that promise, then he must be right here in the city somewhere. I suspect that the Eremites in question must have heard about...
So, they shouldn't know where Sachin is either, right?
I would assume not. Anyway, Mahamatra Saino is still on vacation, so don't you worry. A couple of kidnappers aren't gonna get very far in Sumeru City these days. All of that said, if you're interested in Sachin's story, why don't you try tracking? The sooner we ascertain his whereabouts, the quicker we can act to ensure his safety.
Fair point. Guess we should start searching.
None, I'm afraid. He's never committed any crimes or broken... I've heard that Alhaitham has now stepped down from his post as acting Grand Sage and is back to being the scribe again.
Good idea! Okay, we'll head back to the extravaganza venue and see...
Alhaitham? Why, what is it?
We're trying to track down someone and we need him to pull up some records for us.
Oh, I see. Sorry, he's always the first to leave after the competition ends, and he never tells anyone where he'll be going.
Huh. Yeah, actually that sounds about right for him.
Let me think. To him, being a commentator is just extra work he was roped into.
Ooh, maybe. Paimon remembers that his house isn't that far from here, so we might as well check it. Let's try knocking. No answer? Maybe no one's home. Hello?
Oh, it's you two?
Oh, Kaveh, you're home!
Come on in, I'll get the door for you.
We didn't hear a peep when we first knocked. We thought no one was home.
Well, I can't be too careful. If someone from the academia came here looking for Alhaitham, and I opened the door for them without thinking, before long the...
You're pretty conscientious about... So, what happens if someone comes inside looking...
It's fine, as long as I stay in my own room. Anyway, why would someone just barge in here looking for him? Most people have better...
Fair enough. So do you know where he is at the moment?
What do you think? Who knows what he does in his free time? All that matters to me is that I wouldn't call it that. He's just incapable of saying anything pleasant. I told him how the second round went. I won the lot draw, remember? Because of good karma, of course. My luck's on the rise. But him, being him... Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said after I was done talking! You're always quick to remind me that you're my upperclassman, and yet you do not problem solve in the manner becoming of an upperclassman. This begs the question of why we attach... And he didn't stop there! He said... I'd encourage you to reflect on why you've ended up having to rely on luck every round. Frankly, it's incomprehensible to me how you've
Yeah, that does...
I've had it with him. Every time I talk to him, it's the same way. Anyway, the disdain is very much mutual between us, so I'll be moving out as soon as possible. See those perfectly hung paintings on the walls? They're coming with me too.
Wait, you're moving out already? But the competition isn't even over yet!
Well, obviously I can't just yet. I'm just packing early to get ahead of the game. I've got my new place picked out already. The moment I have my hands on the prize money, I'm going to buy it and move my things right in. It'll take... I now know what I have to do to achieve this goal. No matter what happens in the third round, I will win. I will emerge triumphant.
Well, we'll be rooting for you. But...
In what way?
Layla said that she thinks you'll get caught up in internal conflict.
Meaning what exactly? Oh, don't tell me you think...
Oh, we didn't say that. But think about it. You say you want to win, but you also turned Faruzan down when she offered to give you her points. Plus, you took it upon yourself...
Wait, what's so unusual about all that? I gave you my reasons. I would have felt... Well, when you put it like that... Yes, why indeed? It's a good question.
But thinking like that all the time must make your life so exhausting. Not to...
It's complicated. Look, let's maybe leave this conversation for another time. Sachin. Huh. He did actually mention this. I remember he brought a few documents home that day. He was thinking out loud as he looked through them, making some notes and this is the one. Here, take it.
You sure he'd be okay with...
With taking liberties? He's certainly okay with helping himself to my beer whenever he pleases. And anyway, he did ask me if I wanted to read his notes. I didn't see the point at the time, so he just left them all. He doesn't leave documents lying around unless he's okay with other people reading them. It's fine, I promise.
Cool, if you say so. information. So, to sum up, Sachin put the Academia in charge of managing his estate, and when he even said that if he really liked one of the contestants, he wouldn't just give them a reward, but his entire estate as well!
What? Are you serious? All of Sachin's wealth, that's more than I could spend in a lifetime, surely. Heck, if I got chosen, I'd be able to pay off all my debts. I could build another Palace of Alcazar's Array. Except this time, I'd make it 10 times bigger. Oh, then there's that new project in Port Ormos, of course. The bridge renovation.
Hey, snap out of it! You're getting way ahead of your...
You're right. First, I need to focus on winning and moving out of this place.
Huh? Wait a moment. There's a loose slip. Did Alhaitham write this? It looks like he was jotting ideas down. Sachin, dead or alive, unknown. And Diadem, some of this stuff is just plain incomprehensible. Is this...
Let me see. Huh. Lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps little decisions can. That's... There's another smaller line of text underneath.
Wow! It's so cool that you can actually read this script!
We worked together on a project once when we were students. The title was Decoding the Runes and Architectural Philosophy of the Ruins of...
Oh, interesting! So, any idea...
Who knows? The way his mind works is one of the great mysteries of...
Fair enough! Well, guess we've learned all we can here. Yeah, he better catch those
You're here. Sorry, I was just about to send someone to inform you. I only just finished interrogating the suspects.
What did you find out?
Well, lots of unexpected details, let's put it that way. The mercs themselves were surprisingly easy to catch. We just had someone dress up as Sachin and they took the bait. But then it starts to get messy. During the interrogation, we learned that they were hired by Sachin's own child.
What? Why would someone want to kidnap their own father? What's up with that?
It's anybody's guess at this point. In any event, apparently the guys we caught are just the tip of the iceberg. Most of them are still snooping around outside the city. We're diverting manpower as we speak to try and round them all up. Would you like to come along?
Sure! Let's go get to the bottom of all this! Sure this is the right place? Something feels off.
Boss, we got more company.
Look, we were just doing what we were paid to do. You're punishing the wrong people here. You want the real culprit? It's this guy. He hired us to kidnap Sachin.
What happened? Who beat you all up?
Wait, you mean you aren't with them?
With who? Who did this?
First there was this flying brat. Didn't bother asking any questions, just started throwing punches. After that, some guy wearing green came along and interrogated us for a bit.
I've got the confirmation I needed. This is the one who masterminded this whole plot. Jawani, Sachin's son. If you have any questions for him, now's your chance to ask them. When you're done, I'm arresting them all and taking them back to the academia for further interrogation.
So why did you hire people to kidnap Sachin?
What do you think? 20 years ago, we upped and left to go and live it. As if that's not bad enough already. He went and put his entire fortune in the care of the academia, along with a con. That's my inheritance. By rights. You expect me to... Of course! Didn't he say he would be here somewhere? Watching... So, I figured I'd get some people to nab him. Then I make him change the contract. And if the academia does... No. The old fart knows how to stay hidden. I'll give him that. I already thought he'd gone mad 20 years ago. And who knows what a madman's truly capable of? Diadem of knowledge. You mean that thing he donated to the... Well, I can tell you that it's very expensive. He sold it. Weird things started happening after he brought it home, too. For example, sometimes we'd hear a high-pitched voice coming. Also, before donating it to the academia, he once shut himself in that same storeroom and something was already seriously wrong with him by that point. Nothing he did shocked me.
What do you mean something wrong with...
I only have a vague memory of it, since I was very young at the time. But I have the impression that he went out into the... When he finally did return, he was a changed person. He would mumble incomprehensibly and write essays. I asked if I could see what he'd written, but he chased me out of the room. Later, he went out somewhere and took his written essays with him. Part of me wonders whether he'd already stopped being my father by that point.
Okay, you can stop now.
You can believe me or not. Doesn't matter to me. I told you all I know. But if you do see Sachin, tell him this. Whatever it is that he's researching out there, he'll always be garbage in my eyes.
You finished? In that case, come with us. Well, we finally caught the guy behind all this. Thanks for providing us with the... Do you still have any lingering concerns?
Yeah! Al-Haytham's notes do mention that item.
Scribe Al-Haytham looked into this matter. Understood. Well, if you believe there to be an issue with the diadem, I'd suggest...
That makes sense. Okay then, let's get back to the venue.
you're finally back. Where have you been? I looked everywhere for you. The third round.
We were out capturing some bad guys who wanted to kidnap but that's not important right now. We think there might be something wrong with the Diadem of Knowledge, and we'd like to investigate it.
The diadem? That seems unlikely. The Diadem of Knowledge has been used in every extravaganza over the last 2 decades, always without incident. Why has this come up now? This is pretty serious. Okay, here's the situation. The diadem is currently in Mount Deima Forest. In the 3rd round, contestants have to go into Mount Deima Forest, find the diadem, bring it back, and place it on the stand. Considering how close the scores are between our contestants, whoever wins this round is very likely to be the winner of the whole competition. As such, I suspect competition to be very fierce. You might not make it in time. I'll mark the diadem's location for you. Please head there immediately. Let's hope nothing—
Alright, let's go! That's weird. Uh-oh. This place looks empty. Did someone already take it? Well...
Oh, looks like Layla sees the diadem. But getting to the goal won't be easy.
Hawkeye enters the fray.
Horizon's device has gone haywire.
The competition is heating up. Oh. And here's Kaveh bringing up the rear.
It's Kaveh's toolbox! Throwing the diadem to its owner!
Yes, that's right. Put the diadem in place, and you shall gain all you desire.
Who are you? I need you to get out of my head!
I am confident that you will not disappoint me.
What just happened to me?
Something's wrong.
At long last, someone to inherit my estate. Come, Kaveh. Come to me, my child.
How do you know my name? Who are...
I am Sachin. Well, to be precise, I am but a friend. Fate is a curious thing. Seeing you reminds me of another I once met. But you are made of sterner stuff. We meet for the first time, children. But what I mean to say now is of utmost importance. So please, you have all performed outstandingly in this Inter-Darshan Championship. The Academia has many rare talents among, but if I were to choose a successor, I would choose you, Kaveh. Not only because you are victorious, but also due to our similarities in
Me? Similar to you?
Why, yes. Both of us have the misfortune to be idealists. And that is the source of our... 28 years ago, I came to the desert and lived there for 8 full years. What do you think I saw there? Alas, conflict over water sources, robbing of merchant caravans, exploitation of the people relentlessly, day after day. The things I witnessed there tormented me greatly. I wished desperately to find a way to save them.
So, did you find a...
As a Vahumana scholar, I tried to use Vahumana knowledge to find the answer. I researched history and anthropology, performed countless experiments on human nature, and even sought out the scholars living deep in the desert who caught. But in the end, I found that the answer I sought, it was not possible to simply assign blame for these transgressions to any one party, for the sins are carved into humanity's very nature. Our nature begets conflict. The aim of my research was to draw lessons from history. But what I discovered was that history offers no such guidance. After this realization, I could no longer see the meaning in anything that I had ever learned. Consumed by an overwhelming sense of emptiness. But before I went through with it, a strange twist of fate led me to come into the possession of this diadem, which has the ability to preserve part of one's
As I thought, the contract you signed with the Academia was in essence your will. But if you'd given up hope on this world, why did you feel the need to do this?
I mentioned that I had performed a great many experiments concerning human nature. The Academia has no shortage of genius talents, nurturing the brightest minds of every generation. And so, with a handsome reward to draw out the...
I see. So you desired a successor who was not only a genius, but who also understood the suffering of ordinary people. Such a person would have a clearer understanding of humanity, society, and the world.
Huh?
But did you ever consider that wealth numbs the human heart to the pain in the world? Even an idealist may be incapable of following through on your wishes after inheriting your wealth.
You are highly intelligent, yet you are not the sort of person who would understand my line of thinking. To me, this is also part of the experiment. Whether my successor suffers as a consequence of my research, or succumbs to an indulgence in pleasure-seeking, my research will have progressed. I grieve the fundamental sickness of the world. I regret the unbearable weight of its history. And I lament, and this, Kaveh, my dear child.
You're absolutely certain that you want to give me everything you owned? For me to do?
I have faith in what I see in you. Now wear the diadem, Kaveh, and complete the journey that I couldn't. Will the verdict I reached cause you suffering? Or will this newfound wealth numb your heart? I look forward to your answer. All of my research materials are being stored at
I've heard enough! My life's enough of a mess already. The last thing I need is more suffering. Keep your Mora. I don't need it. Didn't you say that you saw a lot of people in pain? Well, if that's the case, then your wealth can go to them. guess.
Kaveh.
Are you alright? Any physical discomfort?
I'm fine. Thanks, Tainari. Don't worry about...
Don't push yourself too hard.
Kaveh.
Kaveh may have broken the diadem, but he successfully completed the task prior to. According to the rules, this makes him the victor of round 3. Points-wise, as the champion and Sachin's personally designated successor, Kaveh has obtained the rights to inherit the entirety of his estate. For the avoidance of doubt, can you confirm that it is your intention to donate all of Sachin?
Like I said, he thought that the world is a bad place. Well then, let's use what he left behind. Rejecting the world will achieve nothing. He and I...
Alright. As the scribe, I will make a record of this incident on file. The sages will contact you in person for details on how exactly Sachin's estate is to be used.
That sounds fine. I don't know if his research findings were right, nor would I know how to finish his research for him. But what I do know is that by ending this here, no contestants will have to suffer. We won't be the last. There will be more championships to come, and countless future scholars will follow in our footsteps. Sachin's words can only cause pain, but not anymore. We're all scholars here. I know full well that shutting down his views like this is autocratic and arrogant. Fine by me. I'll bear that responsibility. It's the least I can do. And, well, it's the only thing I can do.
Well said. What you've expressed is a sense of justice and idealism that many aspire to, but few dare follow through with. I say this despite the fact that, in my view, it's quite ridiculous. You have long been aware of what your flaws are, but your pride alone Nevertheless, your perspective is well suited to appearing in a victory speech. Contestant Kaveh, on behalf of the organizing...
What? Please. I don't need your insincere praise. Anyway, this isn't the time or place for debates. Keep your commentary focused on the competition, not my views.
Congratulations, Kaveh. Also, you'll need to prepare for the awards. Looks like the ceremony will be held at the main venue. Let's head up.
Thank you all for your excellent performance. And finally, it gives me great pleasure to invite our champion. Typically at this point, we would crown our champion with the diadem as well as presenting. However, we have just received word that Kaveh has inherited Sachin's estate and made the decision.
Sachin's estate is getting donated?
So much, Mora. And he gave...
Kaveh's generosity will give many struggling families the chance to change their lives for the better. Of course, without the diadem and prize money to present, this makes the award ceremony a little more concise than expected. Would you like to say a few words, Kaveh? I'm sure many of our
I'm not entirely sure what I should say under these circumstances. I'm glad to have won. As for why I want to give the Mora away, I don't support Sachin's views, and I don't want to take his Mora. With a lot of things in life, people need to experience them for themselves. Anyway, this isn't really the time and place for such weighty and complicated topics. So, I guess that's all.
Oh, Kaveh, just one moment. While this is a short and sweet award ceremony, we do still have a prize to present you with. Please take this limited edition Genius Invocation TCG card. Additionally, your champion status will be logged in your record. This means that the sages will give priority consideration to any future project proposals you submit.
Alright, I'll take the card. But as for...
In that case, I declare the award ceremony over. Let's give our champion Kaveh one last...
I still don't really get it. The sum of Mora would have been enough for me to live in...
That just means you're not strange enough to understand the way that geniuses think. Come on, We've still got the whole Wisdom Gala to explore.
Glad that's over. I think I'm quite good at giving speeches, but this one was just so tiring.
Do you mean that you're still exhausted from the competition? Honestly, you don't look happy at all, but whatever else happened, you're the champ.
I suppose. Oh, wait. Sino said he wanted the card, didn't he? And
So you're gonna give it to him? But if it's a rare one, you should be able to make a tidy sum of more off it.
why would I do that? It's of no use to me whatsoever. I may as well just give it to him. Could you pass it on to him for me when you next see him?
Whoa! This is a super big deal! You should do it yourself!
Huh? But I was gonna rest for a while longer. Hey, stop pulling my hair!
What you looking at, Sino?
I'm still thinking about the Sachin issue.
Well, they gave me this limited edition Genius Invocation card, and I figured you'd have more use.
But it's a limited edition. Are you sure you want to...
What else would I do with it? I have no use for it.
But it's limited edition. Kaveh, are you in trouble? You don't have to do all this. Just tell me what's wrong and I will help.
Oh, that's not what I meant at all. Yes, I have all sorts of problems, but that has absolutely nothing to do with this card. I'll figure my own issues out by myself.
All right. In that case, But now that I realize that you have no concept of its value, I cannot simply take it from you. How about this? I shall buy it from you at a fair price. Namely, the price that the previous limited edition card sold for.
Oh, come on. It's just one card. How much could it really be worth?
1 million more at the very least.
How much?
1 million more?
If you feel that's too low, I can go a little higher.
1 million more for a card? But you already have a whole bunch of these, shiny ones, don't you? I saw your deck last time we...
Not every card is this valuable, and some cards are exquisitely designed, but not rare.
Huh. Well, I guess they must pay you plenty to be General Mahamatra if you're splashing out on things like this. But really, it's fine. I'd feel bad taking Mora from a friend.
Don't feel bad. I save a lot. I can spare the Mora for this card.
You don't spend all your savings on your hobbies, do you? You should watch that, you know. You definitely don't want to end up borrowing money in a moment of impulsivity.
Sounds like you're speaking from personal experience. I guess you...
I don't want to...
In that case, maybe you're the one who should be listening to your advice. In any case, I, Sino, will take this precious card, and it shall join the deck of destiny. Kaveh, come with me in a few moments to...
All right, if you insist. Far be it from me to refuse your courtesy any further. Well, at least I'll be able to keep on top of my bills this month. Maybe I'll even have some left over. In fact...
Well, this is what they call all's well that ends well. Paimon wonders how the other contestants are doing.
I'm telling you, you can't go wrong taking advice from me on what to wear. Back in the day...
Really? Well then, sure, Madame Faruzan.
Faruzan! Nilu! Even Dia and Candace are here!
Candace and I bumped into these two while we were strolling. Madame Faruzan here is pretty friendly. When she heard that we were buying clothes, she decided to give us some help.
I don't really see anything I'm familiar with. Never mind.
We can purchase some textiles and make the let's go with the plain fabric as our base. And embroider red and pink flowers on. Oh, and some green leaves.
Oh, wait a sec. You sure that's the latest style? That sounds a lot like what the older folks back home would wear.
Don't worry. This style is a timeless classic.
No thanks. This is actually sounding pretty.
Wait. Madame Farazan's right. That style is a classic and used to be mainstream fashion. But these days, if you don't mind, how about I pick some clothes out for everyone? It's not often that we get to meet up, especially since Candace rarely makes it to Sumeru City. Also, I know if you...
Sure. I'm happy to leave it to you.
I'll come with you to have a look. One always has to keep on top of what the youth of today are into.
Madame Farazan? Come quick! She's over here!
Who are you?
We're new in the academia. We saw all the amazing things you did during the competition. Do you have any...
Of course I do. And you're both very welcome to join.
That's great! We can't wait. What's your area of research? Precision...
I'm from Haravatat.
Uh-huh. But you seem like an expert in machines. Wait, sorry. I remember now. Oh, their classes are so boring, though. I'm sorry, ma'am. Let me know if you run any other classes in the future. I'll be there.
I knew it. What about you? Aren't you going to leave with your friend?
I think you're amazing, Madame Farazan. And I'd like to learn from you for a while, if possible. I can take the class you're teaching as an option, even though cross-Darshan lessons might be a little tough to arrange. But I look forward to learning from you.
I see. You're a good egg, child. Don't worry. Study and...
Thank you so much, ma'am. Well, I won't disturb you any further. See you in class.
I don't quite understand what happened there, but congratulations.
Traveler, Paimon, would you two like to come?
Sorry, we can't. We've got a meal with Kaveh later, and we have to check in with all the other contestants before then. Oh, by the way, have any of you seen Hat Guy or Layla?
I don't know where Hat Guy went. We just saw Layla not too long ago, but she was hanging out with some other Ratawa students, so we didn't get a chance to speak with her. Are you gonna go and see what she...
Ratawa his students? They must be the ones who voted for her to enter the... Oh, she didn't end up winning, so Paimon wonders how they feel about that.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh, stop it! If you're going to beat yourself up after doing as well as you did, how bad does that make us look, huh? Heck, it's not like any of us had the guts to enter the championship.
I didn't see the whole thing, but you were the only contestant who scored points in both the first 2 rounds, right? And I heard that you actually found the diadem first in round 3. You came so close to winning the competition.
Aw, I just got lucky, I think.
That can't be true. You had some really stiff competition out there. The renowned Tainari from Amorta, even Sino the General Mahamatra was there. Getting points off them is a huge achievement. The way I see it, people aren't exaggerating one bit with the nicknames they give you. You are a genuine genius.
Aw, thanks a lot. But I really don't think I qualify as a genius. In the second round, for instance, I don't...
Ah, come on, don't be so hard on yourself. We've decided we're taking you out to celebrate, and that's fun. Let's go. Cheer up, Layla. The rest of today's all about...
Looks like things are going well for Layla. This is great. We haven't seen Hat Guy since the end of the competition.
Are you sure you have enough to cover this? Don't blow it all at once.
Don't worry, I budgeted very carefully, and this is well within my means. Anyway, I've lost count of how many times you've treated me. Oh, Traveler, Paimon, over here!
Ooh, look at all this! Good food, here we...
I heard that you went to see the other contestants. How's everyone doing?
Farusan found herself a student, and Layla's classmates are bowled over by how well she did. We couldn't find Hat Guy, though.
Alhaitham's gone missing in action, too. Huh. The one time I'm actually in a good enough mood to treat him to a nice meal, he disappears without a trace. That guy. Where the heck could he have gone? Well, whatever. He can do what he wants.
You shocked me a little when you hurled the diadem to the ground. On further reflection, of course, it made sense, but at the time I was expecting at least some amount of deliberation.
Sachin's voice started talking to me inside my head from the moment I picked it up. I could feel his emotions, too. It was a mix of despair and horror. He bombarded me with his ideas relentlessly, like he was trying to brainwash me. It gave me a splitting headache that only got... Like I was saying at the time, his views are not necessarily completely without value. But if all his research does is lead to misfortune...
If his forbidden research were to spread in a harmful form and cause people to suffer, the mantra would step in and ban...
I think you did the right thing. I suppose another way to approach it would have been to claim that you agreed to inherit his research, but give up the research as soon as you've inherited the wealth. I won't comment on his theories or experiments, but I don't believe that he was careless in his choice of candidate.
Perhaps. I just think that if you accept someone else's things, you should honor their wishes.
That's a good thing. It means that you have integrity.
Thank you, oh my god, thank you. See, you get me, Kale. It's a good thing Alhaitham isn't here right now. He'd be quick to explain why you're wrong.
Seems like you...
Yep. No dinner with Kaveh is complete without a few words.
I sense that Alhaitham has in fact been here with us all along.
He's here? Where? Why didn't you tell me?
He lives rent-free in each of our hearts.
Oh, that was horrifying. It literally sent chills down my spine.
Good thing you didn't say that before we started eating. That would have killed the mood in a heartbeat.
Alright, enough about Alhaitham. Tainari, did you achieve what you wanted out of the champion?
I did. In the first round, in fact. Word of mouth proved very effective. I spoke to a handful of people, they told their friends, and so on. Oh, are you free next month? You should come along. Maybe even say a few words.
About what? I don't know the first thing about anything Amorta related.
Just play to your strengths. For instance, you could talk about the distinguishing features of rainforest architecture, or ask everyone not to chop down too many trees the next...
Oh, well, that's no problem. Sure, I'll make time. Has everyone had enough to eat? I can order more if anyone's...
I'm full. Thanks. Paimon's super full, too. If only we could eat...
Yeah, we should do this more often. Work will always be there, but seeing friends is important, too. This is a good restaurant. Let's definitely...
Sounds good. We should pick a few other places as backup options, though.
There are other good places around here, too? Oh, and don't forget to invite us if you go. There's nothing we love...
Kaveh, do you have plans after this?
I was thinking of maybe going to the academia for some alone time. Nothing set in stone, though. Why do you ask?
It looks like this Inter-Darshan Championship's a wrap. All that stuff with Sachin and the diadem got sorted too. Oh, right. Yeah, Sachin said that he placed his research materials at... It might be dangerous if someone finds his old research stash, right? Holy smokes, you're right. He said he spent all the time researching in the desert, didn't he? All right then, let's head off to Auroville.
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh, hey, Thumb. What are you doing here? And what are you reading?
Sachin's notes? Yes. I came across his profile while I was organizing some documents and became interested in his research. If it wasn't for that, I never would have agreed to being a commentator. I had a hunch after seeing the fragment of his mind, and sure enough, I came here and found his research.
Wait! So, you've read it? Are you alright? How do you feel?
I think you may have misunderstood something. The reason Sachin chose that architect to inherit his research was that only he could really empathize with both the calamity and the humanity that these notes seek to convey. Only one who resonates with these sentiments would suffer and begin to think of history as bleak, the present as perplexing, and the future as pessimistic. Empathy is a double-edged sword. Clearly, I am not the same sort of person as Sachin. Empaths have many friends, and their wide social circle comes with certain societal advantages. But this also makes it hard for them to achieve their goals.
Why's that?
All important things in life involve other people. As such, it's extremely difficult to live a life that causes no harm whatsoever to others. If you really want to achieve your goals, you have to be prepared to make enemies along the way. Not everyone, and that reality is like the material here. Objective, heavy, negative. But at the end of the day,
So, what are your thoughts now that you've read it?
as a scholar, Sachin was without a doubt a genius. He laid the blame for the darkness in the world squarely on humanity, experimented extensively with reliable results.
So, people are bad? And things can only ever get worse?
That is not a question for me to answer. Someone else will arrive shortly. You can ask them instead. All I will say is that the world is not built on correctness alone. Sometimes, lofty ideals may provide no defense at all against nihilism, but perhaps, by their own choice, the idealist seeks to bring happiness to all while denying themselves the same. Thus, they shall never reach even the borders of truth until they wipe away. I've never been able to agree with certain philosophies. Even Sachin himself struggled to comprehend the notion of sacrificing oneself for the greater good. But sadly, all viewpoints will find their supporters, and the way we see the world largely decides our fates. Alright then, I got what I came for. These research-
Wait, so you came here just to read this stuff? You missed out on a big get-together, you know.
Get-together? Ah, yes, that makes sense.
Guess what? Kaveh treated everyone this time.
Then I'm sure he packed up the leftovers for me. See ya.
And there he goes. Well, it seems like he really wasn't affected by this research. He said that someone else would answer our questions. Who do you think that'll be?
Traveler, Paimon, you're already here.
Nihira! Oh, and that guy. Wait, so you asked him to take part in the championship?
Yes, it was me. Are you surprised?
Did you know that there was something wrong with the diadem from the start? And if so, why didn't you switch it out for another one?
Because Sachin's research is not mistaken. He spent his entire life researching this topic, and these are the crystallization of his wisdom. Yes, I was worried that the material might cause some disruption, but I didn't want to wipe away all his hard work searching for the truth. So instead, I had Hat Guy here help me keep an eye on things.
Seriously? I think you can stop calling me that now.
Why?
Don't you like it? Well, anyway, if Sachin's chosen successor hadn't been able to handle his research, or if it had brought pain to more people, he would have intervened at a suitable moment.
And after all that, the person Sachin chose turned his nose up at his life's work. Pretty hilarious.
I was also hoping that this could be an opportunity for you to learn how to interact with people normally. But it looks like that didn't work out.
That wasn't necessary. I'm still paying you back for your help. And the last thing I need is more reasons to...
Maida, what did you mean by Sachin's research is not mistaken? Put it this way instead. Truth to me is like a shroom borer. Some people only see the mushroom on the shroom borer's back, and they conclude that the shroom borer is a mushroom. Others see only the shroom borer's body, and they declare that the shroom borer is a boar. Still others look deeper inside, and determine that the shroom borer is meat. These conclusions are all correct in their own way, but none of them objectively describe the shroom borer. Paimon kinda gets it. The world is the same way. No one, not even I included, can understand it in its entirety. Within the confines of our limited knowledge, some may blindly believe in the beauty of this world, and others may focus on, in truth, the most important thing isn't what state the world is in now, but what people hope it will become. Ultimately, my duty as the God of Wisdom is to guide every form of wisdom to a place where it can find its purpose.
That was a long speech. So what are you actually going to do with these research?
Because Kaveh, as the successor of this research, does not wish to see these ideas disseminated, I will seal it up. But even though Sachin's research could be considered negative wisdom, it is still a building block of the truth. If someone wishes to follow in his footsteps in the future, I also look forward to the day that a member of the Vahumana Darshan can not only comprehend his theories, but also find a way out from the...
Vahumana doesn't have that kind of talent. Wait, you're not intending to keep me in Vahumana long term, are you? I don't remember signing up to become a scholar. Don't you think I'm useful enough to you as a prisoner?
Oh boy, here we go again. You think so? Well, to that, I would say that in Sumeru, even prison, I hope that your studies in Vahumana will help you deal with your own fate and learn how best to settle old debts from your past. I will review your final thesis myself. I'm expecting great things from you, Mr. Hatka.